Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, precious people. My name is Shifatul Musarofah. You can call me Shifa. And I am presenting a book review of Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break the bad ones by James Clear. I am a student of Semarang State University at Faculty of Languages and Arts of English Literature Study Program. Alright, my presentation is going to be decided into four sections. Like, I would like to define what would I convey in this presentation. The first section will talk about the author. The second section will be talk about the book. The third section about the reason why we should read this book. And last but not least, I'm going to talk about the price and where will you get this book. Alright. So, the first section is about the author. The author of this book is James Clear. He plays many roles. Okay, he is a weightlifter, a writer, a behavior science expert, a speaker, an entrepreneur, and contributor in AMF. Like, as we know, when we read this book, James Clear is an athlete since he was in high school. He loves playing baseball, and until now he is a weightlifter. He is also a writer, of course. He writes this book, and he is also a behavior science expert, and he also taught being a speaker in a lot of platforms such as TED Talks. Like, I know him, like being he is the author of this book is from TED Talks, because when I watch this video, James Clear's video on TED, I really realizing, oh, that's James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits. That's all. And then he also an entrepreneur, of course. And last but not least, I mentioned that he is a contributor in AMF. AMF is acronym of Against Malaria Foundation. Then, move to the second section, we would talk about the book. The book, Atomic Habits. As we know, the original title of this book is Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Right? This book contains 319 pages, and this book published for the first time in October 16, 2018. This book also won a literary awards for Goodreads Choice Award nominee for nonfiction book in 2018. Alright, I will divide it into second point about this atomic habit. The first is about this book achievement, and the second one is about this book details, but it's not like about deep details, but like the highlight about this book. Okay, the first one, let's talk about this book achievement. This book achieved an international bestseller book, of course, in the first chart of New York Times and a lot of other magazines. And the second one, this book is also sold over 10 million copies worldwide, and it has been translated into more than 15 languages. This is so fantastic, right? Then, because a lot of people like this book, can read this book is really easy to understand because the language is not too much like, you know, it can easy understand to everyone. Even if you are a beginner of English, maybe you would understand little by little of this book because it's not that difficult, right? And the second is about the details about this book, like the highlight. The highlight of this book is explain about various technical, practical technique. Yeah, this book is really highlight about practical technique. As we know, James Clear is a behavior science expert. And this book also talk about tips to build good habits and eliminate bad ones. Yeah, eliminate bad habits. And of course, because of the titles, we know this book is to build up the good habits and eliminate bad ones, right? Alright, let's move to the third section. It's about the reason why should we read this book. This about my own experience, and maybe some of you will be influenced about my experience, or yeah, maybe some of people who read this book feel this way, right? The first reason for me is it will help you to focus on identity based habits. It's really big highlight about identity based habits. It's not about identity based result. So we just need to focus on the results but the habits. It means that we should really focusing on our system, our own process, not about just the result. We just don't think about result all the time, but we also think about the about the habits, about the system of our daily activities. Like, for example, instead of saying I want to be a productive people, say that I am a productive people, right? It helps you to realize that good habits are the result of the person that you chose to be, not the person you want to be. That's very different, right? Okay. The second reason is you will have no time to procrastinate. When you read this book, you will find about 4 laws of building better habits, right? And you have no reason not to get started today. You have no reason to procrastinate your tasks, your activities. Uh, and you will have a priority to do your activities. And the third one, this book will help you to understand a big difference of tiny changes. I told, well, maybe people will really know this book about like 1% changes. 1% changes every day is better than one, like about a words a day. You know, it's better to make just 1% a day for a better improvement of your self activity, self other. The key is consistency. Consistency is the key of the result you want to achieve. So it doesn't mean like just 1% a day, but consistency. With consistent, you will actually get it. You will actually get what you want. You will achieve what you want, right? Then, the last but not least is the writer's story will inspire you. As I mentioned before, he is an athlete, right? Weightlifter, but before in the high school, he also loves playing baseball. A baseball athlete. And in the accident, he suffered from baseball accident, and he can't do physical activities because of his injury, but he started to pick up good habits until he successful and recovered. Alright, he this story is really inspires us of everyday life. For example, like when we failed for one thing, just don't uh, despite yourself. Like never give up of your first failed. You know, if you are really trying to you're really trying to uh, make a process, you have an effort to do something, then don't be afraid of being failed. Being failed is can really help you to eliminate what next step you would choose, right? You can pick up habits that you can get until you become a successful person. Alright, and last but not least, let's talk about this book price. This book's price is actually from the original one is actually really a little bit pricey for us as students. It's around 249 rupiahs around this. But when you are trying to buy this book and then you also buy the original one, you really respect the author because you buy the original one, not the second one. Instead of buying book in physical book, you can buy it online or download the ebook, download the PDF like in legal website. You can really buy them or can download them. Alright, that's all my presentation today. It's really my mistake. It's actually my mistake if I had a wrong word to say. Alright, thank you so much, guys.